Welcome to NuWu Sessions, where we invite guests from different corners of the Vegas cannabis industry. And we sit down to share a VIP table package in Nevada's very first cannabis consumption lounge, only here in the Vegas Tasting Room. Come check us out.
Hey NuWu fam, in this episode we have the Grammy Award-winning rapper and producer Krayzie Bone of the legendary hip-hop group Bone Thugs and Harmony. Watch as we discuss music, culture, and of course, cannabis. Welcome back to NuWu Sessions, where we invite guests from all different types of corners of your cannabis industry. We sit down, share a VIP table package, and we talk about elevated conversation while we get elevated as well. It is NuWu. NuWu is incredibly proud, myself included. We have the legendary Grammy Award-winning, one of, I believe, 5 of the Bone Thugs and Harmony, Krayzie Bone. Brother, I truly appreciate you coming on, man.
Much love, brother. Much love. Thanks for having me, man.
Of course.
Yes, sir.
1,000%. Have you heard of our podcast before?
No, I haven't.
Hey, man, we appreciate you coming on. So here,
yes, indeed.
You know, we're gonna try out different type of cannabis. Like I said, here we got your Packwoods, we got your pre-rolls, grams, and then we're also featuring your Crazy 8 gummy as well, which we'll dive into a little later in the conversation.
Yes, sir.
Man, genuinely, man, this for me is probably how would you say? Probably one of the biggest honors I've ever had doing podcasting. I've been doing podcasting for a little while between my own and the company blessed me, but I've had you in my headphones all the way through like 5th grade through 9th grade, brother. It's crazy, man.
That's love, bro. That's love. Thank you.
Genuinely.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Besides me over here fangirling it out and shit, let's dive into your background a little bit.
It's all good.
So going through, because you came in through like the Attitude Era, the straight 90s of hip hop, some of the craziest times.
Yes.
Can you describe what it was being Krayzie Bone during that time period? How was it for you?
Man, it was crazy. You know, once we were discovered by Eazy-E, it actually kind of like almost was literally overnight. You know what I'm saying? Like, because one night we was just riding with Eazy, you know what I'm saying, in his Benz. He was taking us to the studio, and then when the single dropped, he was calling us like, y'all got the #1 single in the world right now. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like in the 90s, it was, you know, that was the golden era. You know what I'm saying? So that was in the rush of everything when hip hop was like basically making a statement and like solidifying itself.
1,000%. You provided a voice for a lot of people, man.
Definitely.
Genuinely. During that time, man, you got to link up with a lot of crazy names too, like a lot of people. And I feel like you personally, your career gets a little slept on some people, because from Tupac to Biggie to Mariah Carey to so many different people during that time. What was your craziest collab, do you think, for yourself personally?
Man, I like to say the one with Phil Collins, you know what I'm saying? Because that's one, you know what I'm saying? You know, people was you know, expecting a Biggie or maybe a Tupac or, you know what I'm saying, even a Mariah Carey, but Phil Collins,
brilliant.
You know what I'm saying? That's totally left field, and we put it off, you know what I'm saying? So it was dope.
Musical genius, man. Musical genius. Let's see. Especially during that time, especially how do you say, how controversial cannabis was, and you guys pushed cannabis in a big way through your music.
Yeah.
What was your guys' ultimate goal involving cannabis in your music?
Man, it was just, you know, it was something we did, you know, it was a part of our life. You know what I'm saying? Like we wasn't doing it because it was cool. We was doing it, you know, because we like to smoke cannabis, you know, like we was into it. It was a stress reliever to us back, like especially coming from where we come from. You know what I'm saying? Like East 99th, St. Clair, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no paradise, you know what I'm saying? So
not at all.
We needed something to try to take us as close to there we can get, you know what I'm saying? So like we indulged in cannabis, and just, you know, we just always pay homage to the green leaf, for real. Got to.
And you know, every single session that I've ever had never, ever does not keep We Song in the loop or Buddha Lovers. You already know.
Got to.
Got to.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Because you've had so many big names in the industry that you have read along through, what was the most, I guess, noticeable or best advice you've ever been given by a legend of that magnitude?
Man, that would probably be Easy himself. He
For
told
sure.
us, you know what I'm saying? He said that that all money is not good money.
Right.
Sometimes it could be a bad business plan disguised with money.
Right, 1,000%.
You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta just don't jump at everything that comes at you, even if it's a lot of money. Like sometimes you just pass it up and wait for the next thing. So
Yes, sir. Patience is a virtue.
Yes,
Genuinely,
definitely.
especially during that '90s time, man. It's probably harder. Social media makes it a lot easier to keep in
Yeah.
connection, but back then, man, you were waiting on
oh,
dime.
yeah, definitely, exactly.
Let's see. Speaking of advice, what advice would you give to younger artists, especially because I feel personally I'm more of a '90s head. I feel like lyrically, the '90s rappers, especially during that era, dove better lyrically, but also I felt better in tune because y'all understood where most of the average person came from. A lot of these other hype rappers are all about the hype. What
Yeah.
advice would you give to young artists that are coming into the game now?
I mean, just like you said, it all depends on what you're trying to do. If you in it trying to just make money, then it ain't no, you just get on the camera and act a fool. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. But if you're really serious about music, then you have to study the genre. You know what I'm saying? You have to study the artists that you love. You just don't know their music. Study the music, learn the business. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you're looking for longevity, that plays a key with everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like your education and your love of music plays a long way.
For sure.
Because it builds your respect for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it makes you go harder, and once you like really learn it and you respect it, like you be like, okay, yeah, so like you that longevity is just instilled in you. You know what I'm saying? Because you become a student of the game.
Right.
At that point. So
And that's the biggest thing too, especially me. I feel like I'm coming into my later years a little bit and hit the fresh 30, but I try to take in as much advice as I can, especially by somebody that's already made that walk. So that's probably one of the best advice that I've ever heard before.
yes, sir.
So before we dive into more, we're not gonna dive into the student glass yet, but let's get you into some flower, brother.
Yeah.
We got a couple pre-rolls here.
Yeah,
I got your
good.
Island Sweet Skunk Sativa type. We got, man, the label fell off with that one, but that would be your Aries. I
Okay.
also got a Packarillo blunt.
Which one you
so
recommend?
I would recommend the Packarillo.
Okay,
my
yeah,
brother.
yeah. That's the one we do right
So let me
there.
hook you up
All
there,
right.
brother. That's all yours.
Yes, indeed.
Go ahead and enjoy. Let me pop mine as well. So, since we are diving into cannabis, we'll dive more into your brand in a second. But do you have a favorite strain, or a specific type that you do like between your indica, sativas, and hybrids?
I get man. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like when I started smoking back in Cleveland, I didn't know what the hell I was smoking. I didn't know what indica was, what sativa was.
Right.
All I know is when I went to California, they was talking about chronic stress, and you know what I'm saying. So I just basically learned. But I just smoked it all. I didn't give a damn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gave it to me, I smoked it. I didn't care if it put me to sleep, if it kept me up. I don't care. You know what I'm
He
saying?
said, if it's tree, it's me. You already
You
know.
know. For real.
So, that being in mind, what is your favorite cannabis story from your tour days? Or, I mean, I know you're still touring, but
Man,
what
so-
is your most memorable cannabis story?
Man, like it's a few. Like when we first got with Easy used to take us around to everybody he knew. Man, was like, and he always put us up against people. He would like bring out big bags of weed and be like, "I bet y'all can't out smoke them."
Damn.
Like no lie, and we used to leave them slumped too.
Yeah.
We used to leave like people slumped. They be like, "Yo, them little dudes be smoking." Like
Oh, I bet.
he used to bring us like pounds of weed, and we go through it in like a week. He be like, "Y'all smoked all that?" We be like, "Yeah, man, it's 5 of us. What you talking about?"
Yeah, that's facts.
Yo,
What was your big, if you don't mind name dropping, but who was your most memorable competition that you had to outsmoke?
man, that nigga Snoop. That nigga crazy. That nigga Snoop. Hey, look, man. Everybody knows. Oh yeah, you know that you go smoke with Snoop. Just be prepared to leave next week.
Right.
Bottom line, you know what I'm saying? Cause Snoop go in, man. You know Snoop, Weird Smoke. You know, Be Real.
Be real, be on.
All of them go. You know what I'm saying? So they, you know, them the OGs, like them some of the OGs. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you get with them. You just be ready to smoke. Just be ready to smoke.
For sure. Well, outside of those big names that you already dropped, do you have a cannabis hero, like someone that's in the cannabis game that is inspirational to you as well?
Man, you know, I wouldn't say cannabis hero. I just, you know, shout out to everybody that was, you know what I'm saying, that was a activist for it. You know what I'm saying, that stuck with it. You know what I'm saying, that understood what it was. You know what I'm saying, and now the world is finally seeing that ain't nothing really wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying, they had their reasons, but you know, our reasons was just, you know what I'm saying, just to, you know what I'm saying, like just to relax ourselves. And it was medical, you know what I'm saying, it was medical, you know what I'm saying? So,
Listen,
but they didn't understand that. We been knew it. We been knew it was helping us. You know, they was the ones tripping for real.
1000%. That's why we're trying to push this movement.
Exactly.
So, with that in mind, what kind of backed you and the team to continue pushing cannabis, especially how controversial it was in the 90s? Like a lot of people were getting a lot of heat. We had Rob Van Dam here as well, and he had explained to us like he kind of got into CBD because he saw a lot of his friends passing away from head trauma and stuff like that. Was there any other inspiration what got you to continue to push the movement?
It was for me, it was, you know, reconciling for all the people that was, you know, like, because we've been penalized for indulging in cannabis. You know what I'm saying? Like, so going back and reconciling with those people who've been put in jail and you know what I'm saying, like this doing time, like so I'm working with with a few programs like that.
That's amazing.
I also got a scholarship program with the Cleveland School of Cannabis.
Hey.
And what we do is we go to the community like where I'm from, and we like pick people to sit them through this school.
Educate.
And once they leave the school, they'll be educated to go work wherever they need to work in the world.
Damn, that's amazing.
You know what I'm saying? They'll be certified. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's it. Because I want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, like some of this money got to trickle down to the communities, to the people that was penalized for it.
1000%.
You know what I'm saying? Like they really went to bat for it and was penalized for it. So you got to make sure that money, some of that money trickle down to the communities, and that's really why I wanted to get into it.
For sure. What was the name of that foundation again?
Cleveland School of Cannabis.
Cleveland School of Cannabis. Please make sure that y'all tap in with my man here. Maybe we can extend that out to Vegas because we can use the same, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So now that we'll bounce back and forth because we are diving into cannabis. So I did read somewhere. So you got your Krayzie 8.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also heard your Leaves of Legends, which is your album, but is also your cannabis brand as well, correct?
Yes.
And then through there, I also see that you're also in Cannabis syrups as well.
Yes, indeed.
What out of the three products, which one are you most proud of, and which one would you recommend to your first? if someone was to barely dive into Krayzie Bone's cannabis world, what would you prefer them to dive into?
Well, if you just starting off, if you're a beginner, then you know the Krayzie 8 gummy and the syrup would probably be your best bet. You know what I'm saying? Just so you can break yourself in. We don't want to do no damage to you. You know what I'm saying? Right. You got to start slow. But if you know what I'm saying. But if you're an OG, you know, like the Krayzie Bone liquid leaf.
Yes, sir.
Liquid leaf THC syrup. Yo, it take you there, man.
Yeah.
It take you where you need to go. Trust me.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
For sure.
about. So, since we're bouncing back and forth, let me jump over to Leaves of Legends, which is the album you dropped last year.
Mm-hmm.
What can people expect that haven't heard this album? What could they expect from Krayzie Bone? What would they hear?
Well, man, like you know, we always made sure on all our projects to have a song or two dedicated to cannabis. But this time I just went all the way out because I always wanted to do it, and I just made a whole album with nothing but weed songs, back to back to back. So you just put this album on whenever you get off work or whenever you're trying to relax, and just let the whole album play. Every song is a vibe, gonna make you want to smoke more and more. By the time you're done, you're just done, for real. Trust me, for real.
We're gonna have that spinning in here real soon.
Yeah,
right after this, actually, matter of fact.
Definitely.
So out of that album, I know you have multiple albums. What is your most prized possessions out of all your work?
Man, man, I would have, you know what I'm saying, definitely Thug Mentality album.
Yes, sir.
You know,
That was my whole middle school.
the Leaves of Legend album for sure, and this latest one that I'm about to release, Krayzie Melodies.
Krayzie Melodies.
Yes,
Hey.
definitely.
So
Yes,
what can we expect from Krayzie Melodies?
Man, Krayzie Melodies is just like it's just a bunch of vibes. It's like really none of the thuggish, ruggish bone stuff. It's
Gotcha.
more like it's just me, just basically experimenting with music, having fun. But all the songs is vibes, you know what I'm saying? All of them is real. I'm speaking from real experience,
Hell yeah.
and it's more of me like more harmonies.
I see.
More the harmonies and melodies than me rapping.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
So
So,
you get
yeah.
the more musical type.
Yeah,
See, that's what I
definitely.
always loved about
Definitely.
Bone Thugs, man. Like,
Definitely.
of course, you got the thug, you got the quick rhymes, but then also the melodies, the harmonies, man. Y'all really show
Yes, sir.
music. What made y'all include that to separate y'all from the others? Was that something naturally that y'all already had, or is that something that y'all kind of worked towards?
Man, it actually just gradually came about. You know what I'm saying? Because we would like rap together. Like we had been rapping together for so long. Like we knew each other's verse. So
see.
while one person was rapping, the other four would be like ad-libbing, and it just started sounding like we were harmonizing, like because we would all do it at the same time, and everybody like, y'all sound like y'all singing.
Yeah,
and like so we just gradually fell into it. You know what I'm saying? And it just came out that way.
Wow, man. Listening to
Yeah.
y'all music made me introduce like a whole different part of my soul, man. That was the best part.
Yes, sir.
Let me see what else we got on my notes here. We kind of ran through it a lot. So, I apologize, my brother.
No, it's all good.
So, I mean, outside of that, besides your cannabis and brand, is there any other products that you are looking to? Because I understand that you are in the California market. Are we interested in coming to the Nevada market? Is
Man.
that something that we're trying to dive into soon?
I'm interested in going everywhere they want it. You know what I'm saying? And Nevada is definitely one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's right next door. You know what I'm saying? So
1000%. Got
we
to.
definitely got to get down here. Like, my partners, that's why we down here right now. You know what I'm saying? Because we trying to make some connections and get it out here. Because everybody been asking like, when is it gonna be here? When is it gonna be here? So we trying to make it happen for sure.
That's what's up.
Definitely.
That's what's up. Speaking
For
of
sure.
tonight, I know you do have a performance later on tonight over at Craig Ranch Park.
Yes.
Where can people find you or find your whole tour? Do you have a specific website?
Man, I mean, y'all can find us. We on IG. The Bone Thugs and Harmony IG is BTNH Live. You know what I'm saying? You can find me on IG, Krayzie_Bone. On Twitter, I am Krayzie Bone. And Facebook, Crazy Jack Your Boss. All our information is on these sites. If you follow us, then you know. We on the move. The Rolling Bones is back. We on the move.
1000%. Is there any other message that you want to give out there to anybody that is coming up in the cannabis game as well? It is a very choppy, very choppy industry at the moment because it is very young. But I found inspiration in there, and your whole career seems like it's been in tune from inspiration from it. Is there any other message that you could give to somebody that's coming into this road as well?
Man, it's very simple, man, and it's one word. It's education.
Yes, sir.
You have to educate you. I don't care what it is you're trying to do. If you're trying to be the best burger flipper in the world, you're going to educate yourself
Yes.
on how to be the best burger flipper. So it's all about education, the proper education, and understanding what you're doing before you do it.
For sure.
Bottom line.
1000%. So, I mean, I know that we are kind of short of time. How we doing on time? We good on time? I don't want to cut too early. We good on time? About 10 minutes? Cool. Perfect. All right.
We
I don't
cool to
wanna-
speak on that. We can speak on verses, all that if you want to, bro. We good.
All right, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. So,
Yeah, we good.
Then let's dive into that as well. I mean, everybody, it was the talk of the town
Yeah.
with everything that happened with the whole versus battle between 3-6 Mafia and Bone Thugs and Harmony as well. Can you describe that situation, and do you believe that y'all won? I think y'all won that versus battle personally, but I might be
Man, like,
favorited.
man, you know, like, you would never be able to tell us we didn't win, and you never be able to tell them they didn't win.
Yeah, that's
so
facts.
we just gonna leave
That's
it at
different.
that. You know what I'm saying? Two legendary groups, and that's how it's supposed to be. It's all for fun anyway. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? But man, it was crazy what jumped off. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it was shocking to me
For sure.
because I had no idea what was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, I was shocked. But you know, at the end of the day, they family, bro. Like, you know, we had our differences like way in the 90s, but like that got squashed way in the 90s.
1000%.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like people don't know, like, but we squashed that whole beef with them like before the 2000s even kicked in.
And see, that's
You know what I'm saying?
a story that kept continuing on.
Yeah.
That's one that I didn't even know.
Yeah, we squashed all that with them, with Twister, with Do or Die, Crucial Conflict. All that's all family now.
Yeah, that's
we
dope.
are brothers now. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
dope.
it's like that was so when that jumped off, it was just like crazy chaotic. You know what I'm saying? And, but luckily everything was able to be squashed. It was just, man, it was just so much energy and so much excitement because everybody was anticipating this. And you know what I'm saying? Like we was all day, this is build up and the energy was just like, you know what I'm saying? And the smallest little thing, because just, you know what I'm saying? But it was good. We was all old enough and mature enough
Right.
to everybody calm down and bring it back to what the show was supposed to be. And that was to honor hip hop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and keep it about that for real.
But also give y'all flowers, like genuinely, man. Like y'all had some of the best tracks. Same thing with 3-6 Mafia, man. Much love to them too.
Yes,
like,
definitely.
that also spun on my playlist, but man, it was always Thugs for me, man.
Yeah,
y'all,
yes.
Pac, everybody, man. Just
Definitely.
big part of my childhood growing up. But I mean, through that, I mean, I know y'all had a lot of rivals, which I mean, for me, with rivalries is what makes great content. Whether you're in athletic standpoint or even in music, who would you say was your greatest, if you could name a rival, or someone that helped push you on the other side of the spectrum?
Man, it was a I wouldn't say like rivals, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, like I was, because like when I hear people that it don't make me want to rival.
Right.
I hear people that make me want to be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like other like just the rappers that influenced me. Just like
For sure.
Big Daddy Kane and LL Cool J and even some of the rappers you know in our era, Pac and Twista and like rappers like that, Tech Nine.
For sure. Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just like rappers that, you know what I'm saying? Like that have our style of rap. That's like, that keep us going. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I love to see dudes like, I mean, back in the day we hated it. We was like, oh no. No, we ain't flattered. No, we ain't having that. We don't like it.
Right.
But you know, as you get older, you know what I'm saying? You like, man, this is what we started.
Right.
This is what we brought to the table, and this is the entire world accepted it. You know what I'm saying? Every single genre accepted what we brought to the table. So that's something to be flattered about, for real.
1000%.
Definitely.
And because y'all had that brand new style, especially during that time era, who is someone that you kind of kept an eye on now during this generation that is kind of changing it up? Someone that like real peaked interest that kind of had that same influence that y'all had?
Man, it's a lot of dudes I like. It's like stumbling like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole and
Cole.
you know what I'm saying. I like the Baby.
Yeah, Baby is nice.
Yeah,
Baby
you know what I'm
Smooth.
saying. Yeah, I like what he doing. I like Lil Durk. You know what I'm saying. I like a lot of these young cats that's doing their thing. You know what I'm saying, because they doing it their way. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
And a lot of people get it twisted because they think, you know, it don't sound like '90s music, but what people don't understand is we not in the '90s no more.
No, not no
and
more.
if hip hop was to say the same way, we'd have been got bored with it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, we don't want to hear that. If we would still walk around talking about huh and ha, well, nobody want to hear that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just gonna constantly change because the world changes.
Yeah, 1000%.
We just gotta face that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Period.
For sure. Is there any other like underground talent that you think that you feel that people are actually sleeping on? Like someone that isn't getting their recognition?
Well, man, I got an artist about in Cleveland named Kane. You know what I'm saying? Definitely coming up. You know what I'm saying? And it's a cat out of California, man. His name is Buddy.
Buddy.
This dude
hey,
is
Buddy is smooth. I like
this
Buddy.
dude is dope, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He more than just a rapper. Like, he's an artist.
Yeah, he had a couple of tracks with Nip, I believe.
Yes, indeed,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. He dope, and I think he should like get a little more light shine on him for real.
For sure.
Definitely,
yeah.
for
hey,
sure.
Buddy is smooth. I like Buddy and Westside Boogie. Westside.
Yeah,
is
definitely.
Probably
Yes,
another
indeed.
slept on artist.
And Dizzy Wright. Dizzy Wright,
And
man.
Dizzy Wright.
Yes,
yeah.
indeed.
Gotta
for sure.
put on for Dizzy. Man.
Got to, for sure.
Let me see. There was a question in there. Man, I don't know. I can't even remember. So, out of your cannabis brands, go back. I believe you do have a strain out. How many do you have? A few strains in your cannabis brand, or just the one?
Well, we released two. We released one called First of the Month and one called Eternal.
Eternal.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
So, can you
indeed.
describe each strain for the folks at home that ain't smoked it before?
Well, man, I know the First of the Month was a sativa. It was like tested like 33-34%.
Damn.
Yeah. Same with the other one. It was an indica though. Yeah, man. But it was very potent, man. Like, it's, that's the main thing like we focus on is, if you're gonna smoke some bone weed, we gonna get you where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be potent. You know what I'm saying? We ain't none of that halfway, none of that almost there. We taking you there for real.
That's what I'm talking about.
Definitely.
Man. Hey, man. I know that we are cut on a little time here, but I so appreciate you coming on to this podcast, brother. Coming
Yes, sir.
And partying with us here at the Vegas Tasting Room. You're always more than welcome.
Thank you.
Come
Thank
through.
you.
We'll take care of you, man. Hook you up with the VIP package and everything.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
For all the folks at home, can you let them know where to find you at? As far as you already letting them know about your IG, but as long as your website as well for all your cannabis brands.
So check it out. Y'all can go to Krayzie Bone Cannabis.com. No, I'm sorry, Krayzie Bone Cannabis Company.com. You know what I'm saying? That's the overall brand where all my products are going to be sold.
Cool.
Krayzie Bone Cannabis Company. Also, make sure you get the album.
Yes.
April 22nd. Crazy Melodies will be out on all streaming platforms. Make sure you get it. Volume 2. There's a Volume 2 coming out shortly after that. So
Cool,
yeah,
let's go.
going down.
So y'all heard that. April 22nd. That's 2 days after 420. Come and get your weed.
Yes.
And get prepared for my man Krayzie Bone's album to drop on the 22nd.
Yes, indeed.
Like I said again, greatly appreciate you coming through.
Yes,
More
sir.
than welcome to come back.
Yes,
you
sir.
need anything from us, you need good smoke here in Vegas. We can't wait till you come out here in the Nevada market.
Yes.
And hope to see you on another episode, my brother.
Man, thank you. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
This
sir.
is NuWu Sessions. We appreciate you. We out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dope,
Man,
dope.
seriously, bro. Like, I've done this a lot, man. I've never been frozen in college.
No, that's dope. That's dope. That's
really
dope, bro.
appreciate
All love, brother. For sure. Yes, indeed. Yes, sir. Oh, good.
Can you guys believe people watch our podcast? This is ridiculous, dude. We're just making stuff up and call. Oh, is this on? Hey, what's up? NuWu Sessions. Hit the subscribe button today and the bell. All the stuff. Watch it, like it, subscribe. Let's go.